Hello friends, this is Sukhmani from Sukhmani Immigration Services, Brampton, Canada. I'm a regulated and licensed Canadian immigration consultant. And today, very excited because today I'm sharing with you information about 3 PNP draws. 2 happened today. So 2 of the draws were conducted today only, and today we are sharing this information with you. So what are the draws, what are the details? I will share everything with you. But before that, a small request: if you are new to the channel and have not subscribed yet, please consider subscribing. We talk a lot about Canadian immigration news, update, tips and tricks on this channel. If you like the video, please share it with your family and friends so that they can also benefit, and please press the bell icon so this video comes to you immediately when we upload. Also, if you are an aspirant of coming to Canada or your file is going on for Canadian immigration, my friend, this is the channel you need to subscribe on to. So without further delay, let's move on to the very important video, 3 PNP draws, out of which 2 happened today. So I am starting with Ontario PNP. Not that I live in Ontario, it's because Ontario is king in terms of calling people. Ontario is always at the top, and that is why I'm starting with Ontario. So Ontario, before I tell you what happens in Ontario immigration PNP, let me tell you a concept so you can understand this thing very easily. So sometimes what happens is that if we need a job, we put our profile on a job portal like Naukri.com or maybe Workapolis.com, maybe Monster.ca, right? We put all our profiles on this. Our resume goes on this. So plus we apply, we look at the job posting and we apply. So there are 2 things. One, we apply, which is called expression of interest. We like a job, we apply for it. But sometimes what happens, looking at our job, looking at our resume, the employer looks at our resume and says, oh my God, this is a nice candidate and I should get him in my company. So they call you. So when employer calls you, that is called notification of interest. When you apply looking at a job posting, it is called expression of interest. When employer calls you, it is called notification of interest. So in immigration, you put your profile where? You put your profile in Express Entry. So when your profile is there on the Express Entry, if a province looks into it, he finds you suitable, he gives you notification of interest. And today's Ontario PNP draw is focused on the notification of interest only. So with this concept, let us now move further and see OINP has conducted 2 draws. One is a tech draw and other is a healthcare draw. So tech and healthcare, my favorite sectors. So now OINP has categories, 3 major categories. The one category is Express Entry linked. The second one is expression of interest. So you like a job posting, you apply. Similarly, expression of interest, when you like a program, when you like a province, when you like particular area, you apply. Expression of interest. And the last category is always for entrepreneurs. So expression of interest we are not going to talk about. We are going to talk about Express Entry linked. And under the Express Entry linked, there are 3 subcategories. So 3 subcategories are human capital, and under human capital there are many domains. But what is actually happening is that Ontario is only focused about tech and healthcare. Tech and healthcare, and today they have conducted draw for both of them. So other than that, the other categories under the Express Entry linked are Ontario skilled trade and French speaking skilled worker. So these are the categories, and tech and healthcare, you should have a profile in the Express Entry, that is mandatory, plus notification of interest. Once you have the profile in Express Entry, you will get notification of interest from the province. So this notification of interest comes into your express entry profile. Now with that information, let us look at the draw. So now it will be easier for you to understand. So the Ontario Human Capital conducted draw in two parts. Tech draw. The tech draw, they have called 902 people. 902 people. And under the healthcare sector, they have called 159 people. So total, if you look at it, the draw was conducted where it was, before we proceed with the draw information, once again reminding you to subscribe. So draw was conducted on 20th of July and 1,061 candidates. 1,061 candidates were called, out of which 902 are tech and 159 are healthcare. So CRS score, this is important part. Sometimes people don't make express entry profile. They think, oh, CRS is going 480, 490. Why should we make a profile? Our CRS is not more than 460. If you have made the profile, you could have got the invite. So many times this has happened with our candidates. I have seen, people getting invited, those who were not even expecting. So if you have a profile, your chances are very high of getting a notification. So the profiles were created between the July 2022 and 2023. So this information, now let's look at the snapshot. So snapshot meaning how many people are called till now. If we look at date by date, draw by draw information, total almost 10,000 people are called under one program, Ontario one program, and that one program is human capital. So under human capital, almost 10,000 people are called, but unfortunately, they only are calling from tech healthcare. You look at the draw type, it is always either tech or healthcare. So those who are in a tech sector, those who are in the healthcare sector, my friend, what are you thinking? There is an opportunity right in front of your eyes. So if you have not made your profile in the express entry, this is the time. Make your profile in the express entry. You can easily go through. So now let's move on to another province, which is the smallest province by size. And you know which province is? This is Prince Edward Island. This is small province but very focused on immigration. They are conducting 12th draw of this year. 12th PNP draw by Prince Edward Island. And believe me, this is such a small province that you cannot even figure out on the map of Canada. Right here on the map of Canada, you will not be able to find it. So I am showing with the help of this arrow. It's a small island but very focused on immigration, and the focus of immigration is because it is calling people by three ways. One, of course, by PNP. So in the PNP, it has two categories, worker category, entrepreneur category. Second, it is also calling people through another special program which is called Atlantic Immigration Program. So Atlantic, there are 4 provinces, and out of 4 provinces, one is Prince Edward Island. Atlantic, I have a detailed video which covers a lot of things, and you can get a lot of information from that video. If you have not watched that, please do watch Atlantic Immigration Program video and you will really enjoy that. So these are the 2 ways. The third, of course, is the federal way. Anybody who is taking a federal immigration can, of course, anytime go to the Prince Edward Island. So these are the 3 ways by which this small province is focused on immigration. Now, with that, another way why they are focused, because this is the only province which has schedule already printed. Here is the printed schedule. July 20th, today is the draw date. They have already announced. The next date is August 17th. They have already announced it. So a draw will for sure come on this date, but they can do extra draws also. They do many times extra draws, but date which they have put on their portal, draw will come 100%. So with that, now let's look at the draw. So in the draw, 106 people were invited. Out of 106, 97 are invited under express entry and 9 people are invited under the business impact category. So here the score is 80. This 80 is not a CRS score. This is the matrix by Province Edward Island, and this is a different way of calculating than CRS. So now let's look at the snapshot. Small province, 12 draws, and with 12 draws, date by date, draw by draw information right in front of you. So 12 draws, how many people they have called? 1,639 people they have called. So that small province still calling so many people. Now let's move on to another province, which is beautiful British Columbia, BC. BC always conducts draws on Tuesday. So this is the third draw of the month of July by BC, and every Tuesday they come up with a draw. So this Tuesday, which is July 18th, the draw happened, and let us now look at the draw. July 18th, which type of draw? It is a tech draw, my friend. Technology, tech draw. Tech draw, 112 people are called and 88 was the score. 88 score, this is not a CRS score, this is the BCPNP score. How it is calculated, I can explain you, but it is not CRS score. So now BC always conducts draw in two parts. Draw 1, the draw 2 is which is called a targeted draw. So now let us look at the draw 2, which is a targeted draw. Which occupation they target? They target ECE, early childhood educators, they target healthcare, and they target veterinary doctors. So this information, now let's look at the highlights. If we look at the highlights, 171 people are called. Out of 171, 112 are tech people. 12 people are tech people and 59 are targeted. Out of targeted, 39 people were called under the ECE category, 16 are invited under the healthcare sector and 4 under the veterinary category. So this is the detail. Now let's look at the snapshot, how many people invited so far. So British Columbia, BC has invited so far 5,751 people. So this is how it is going on with BC. If you need to discuss your own case with us, you can book an appointment and we are more than happy to discuss with you. So once again, our office is located in Brampton, and address, email ID, phone number, everything is shared right here with you. Very important thing. If you have still not subscribed to the channel, please consider subscribing, because our team puts lot of efforts to bring all this information to you. And thank you very much for watching the video. Thanks.